There you are, just mindlessly farming away at some netherwart just trying to make ends meet. But then one day you decide that this is enough. You don't want to be that guy anymore. You want to be a fierce and respected warrior. So that brings us to dungeons. However, being a fierce warrior doesn't always look so good. Today I will be giving you the best dungeon guide on how to make profit on each floor and how you can soon go from rags straight to riches. So if you are new to Skyblock, you may be wondering what the hell am I on about when I say dungeons. It is exactly how it sounds. A deep, dark, twisted place buried in the depths of hell. Well, in reality, it's just this portal that is next to the hot air balloon in the lobby, which takes you to a massive temple-looking place. It is important to note, before you start climbing to success, you must be at least combat level 15 to lead a dungeon, so make sure you have reached this requirement. If you aren't quite there, then check my guide to combat XP, which will be in the corner now. Dungeons consists of a team up to 5 people, and it has 7 main floors. You must reach a certain catacombs level to advance onto the next floor, and by growing your catacombs, you unlock access to new and improved armor. I won't be covering dungeon progression in this video, however if you need help with that I will leave a link in the description to a video that will help. In a dungeons run there are random rooms which must be fully completed to achieve the highest score. The higher your team scores in dungeons, the higher chance you are going to be able to drop some good loot at the end of the run. The final thing to mention before I explain how you can make a ton of money is you can actually take the RNG out of the drops. If you go to your skills and go to dungeoneering, you will see your catacombs level. Once you click on that, you can select the painting and then you'll be able to select which floor and which item from that floor you wish to work towards. This is incredibly useful as once the bar is filled, you'll be guaranteed to drop that item. This meter gets filled by your dungeon score, so it's important to fully complete successful runs. Whilst completing runs, you will come across secrets. When I mentioned that you need to fully complete each room, this is where secrets come into play. In each room, there will be a set amount of secrets for you to find. I recommend using a dungeon mod to find all the secrets, and it becomes especially useful for the puzzles. I will link the dungeon mod I use down below. This sounds good and all, but you may be thinking, how can you make money? There are 3 money makers from dungeons when it comes to secrets. When you come across a chest, you have a chance to drop either a healing 8 potion, a dungeon chest key, and also a treasure talisman. The healing 8 potion is fairly common drop, which you may get several of within a single run. However, the nice thing is it sells to the NPC for 22,860 coins, so you only need to find 5 to make over 100k. The next item is the dungeon chest key. It is slightly rarer and harder to find, however due to that, finding one means you can be looking to make around 120k from one of them alone. Then finally, the treasure talisman. This is a really rare drop, however if you manage to find one, you can be looking at 800k profit from the time of recording. So with all this in mind, do not be overlooking doing secrets, as they can truly bring you a lot of profit on the side of your dungeons run. Just a quick mention, we are trying to reach 3,000 subscribers by the end of February. Make sure to subscribe to be a part of the journey that we are about to be a part of. I have a lot planned for this year and you won't want to miss out. We also have a Discord server where we host giveaways weekly and where you can just hang out and chat about your daily Skyblock needs. This is all from me now, and enjoy the rest of the video. In every run, no matter the floor, there will always be multiple mini-bosses. In the early floors, you will only come across lost adventurers, which drop dragon fragments. On average, this can get you an extra 30 to 70k per run. However, if you manage to find a superior lost adventurer, which drops a superior dragon fragment, you can be looking at 100 to 200k profit just from the mini-boss. From floor 4 and above, you will start encountering the frozen adventurer, which has a 0.1% chance to drop the ice spray wand, which is currently worth 35 million coins. This is a whole subcategory to make money from mini bosses, which is called frag running. This is where people enter dungeons alone just to rush and find and kill all the mini bosses to gather their drops. This is highly effective on floors 6 and 7, where you have the bosses that spawn in the blood room and you have a chance to get their drop. The same being on F7, however, you have a chance to drop one of the giant's items, the most expensive being the Diamante's handle at 1.1 million coins. Once you defeat the boss at the end of the run, you'll be given 5 different chests to choose from on floors 1 to 4 if you got a minimum of S ranking, and 6 chests to choose from on floors 5 to 7 if you achieved S+. On floor 1, the 3 best items to look for will be the Bonzo staff, which will grant you around 2.7 million in profit. Then it will be the Recon Bobulator, which grants you around 1.25 million in profit. Then finally the Hot Potato Book, which will grant you around 80k in profit. On floor 2, the 3 best drops, you can get the Recon, which is 1.2 profit again, Scarf Studies, which can give you up to 950k profit, and then finally the Red Scarf, which will give you around 500k profit. On floor 3, the best item will be the Recon for the same amount of profit again. a fuming hot potato book which is around 200k, and then finally Necron's brooch for about 50k. On floor 4 the best items are the Spirit Wing, which is 2.5 million in profit, the Spirit Bone for about 1.6 million in profit, and then finally the Recon for about 1.2 million again. On floor 5 and above, this is when you can really start to make crazy money. However, it's a lot harder to get these items. But on floor 5, the best item is the Shadow Fury for about 35 million in profit. Then the Shadow Assassin chestplate for about 3 million in profit, and then the Recon for the same amount of profit as the rest of the floors. On floor 6, the best items are the Giant Sword for 110 million profit, the Recon, which is the same as everything else. Finally, on F7, the best items are the Necron's Handle, which is 750 million profit, and each scroll that you can get, Implosion and the other ones, you can be looking at 200 million profit on each of them. Another good way to make money that you might not realise is from Essence. When completing runs, you will start to accumulate different types of Essence. The majority of Essence sells for over 1,000 coins each, with Wither Essence selling over 3k most of the time. At the end of the run, you can be looking at to get around 10 to 20 Wither Essence out of your post-completion chests. So even if all chests are bad, you will still get some money from your free wooden chest. If we look at my Essence that I have collected from doing runs that I haven't quite sold or I haven't used yet, I have around 1.1 million in Wither Essence and 2 million in the rest of the essences. Essence can be a nice bonus when you forget about it and when you come back and have millions to sell. When you interact with Malik, then go to the Undead Essence shop. You can buy several perks to help boost your luck when trying to obtain rare dungeon drops. The two main perks that you want to be buying are the boss luck and also the looting perks. These both cost Undead Essence, however they will increase your overall chance to drop rarer items whilst inside of dungeons. Overall, dungeons can be an amazing money making method, however it is also RNG based. This is similar to most money making methods, and that's the cost of being a respected warrior. Whether you want to frag run and try and get all the mini bosses in the quickest time possible, or gather a team of 5 and take on the hardest boss you can, you'll be able to make some nice amount of profit, especially on the higher floors like F7. How rare some items are to drop make up for the time spent when you see how much profit you can actually be getting. Grinding for a week only doing F6 to drop a giant sword is worth 110 million profit on top of everything else you will drop, in my opinion. So I do enjoy dungeons, and I would say it is a fun way to make coins. It is one of my personal favourite money making methods, and hopefully it can become one of yours too. Now you know the different ways to make money in dungeons and which items you should be working towards. Make sure to subscribe and like if this guide did help you, and make sure to check out my other Skyblock guides in the description. That's all for now, and peace.